Alexarian and Yuznan are the world's largest cities.
Have you been worshipping at the cathedral? Require a room? Come again, anytime.
What?
Care to tell me your name?
You only need a name if you want to talk to people. If you don't, then what good is it? That's why I don't need one. Nor do I ever want one again.
You're definitely the one I'm looking for. The man without a name. That's you.
It's true, I've been nameless for many years. But am I the one you seek? Who knows? Who knows anything for certain in this dying world?
I guess we can skip the introductions then. I've got a question for you. The reason I wanted to talk to you is because I'm looking for a journal. It belonged to Ranulf.
Ranulf's journal? Why? What do you want with a thing like that?
Nothing. It's not for me. He asked me to find it for him. I'm just doing him a favor.
I thought this day would come. After 2 centuries, I'd hoped he'd given up. But when has a man like me ever gotten his way in this miserable world? So much water under the bridge.
What did you say?
You say Ranulf asked you to do this for him. Is that true?
That's right. He did.
Then go to Yuznan. A woman named Durin has what you're looking for. When you see her, hand her this letter. Tell her that Reddick sent you.
Reddick. So that's your name.
It was centuries ago. Anyway, you tell Orin who sent you, and she'll help you out. Orin liked to watch the trains go by. She would sit and watch for hours. You'll probably find her near the overlook in Yuznan, where you can see the tracks.
You really should know your limit. Lackley. Hey, wake up.
Excuse me, but who are you? And how is it you know Lackley?
I don't know him too well, but he asked me to find his lost fiancée. I've come to tell him about this lead I found.
About Filiana? But where did...
At a restaurant in Yuznan. Apparently, there was an old woman working there who wore the same ring that Lackley gave to his fiancée. And when her health failed, that woman went to stay with a friend who lived in... Huh.
What is it? Is there something wrong with my hat?
According to the man I talked to at the restaurant, the friend who came to pick up the elderly lady was wearing an unusual hat. You seem familiar enough with Lackley. You also knew Filiana's name. Was it you?
Let me explain. Lackley and Filiana and I are friends from long ago. I'm Sela, and yes, I'm the one who escorted that old woman from the shop in Yuznan.
Care to tell me why?
Sure, but can we go elsewhere? I don't want Lackley to hear this. There's a graveyard with no name. You know of it, don't you? It's beyond North Station, on the outskirts of town. Oh, good. He's still sleeping. Come to the graveyard later so we can talk.
Suppose I should get up.
Thanks for coming. Before I tell you anything, can you promise you won't pass this information on to Lackley?
That depends on what you have to say.
I suppose that's fair enough. I hardly know where to begin, though.
How about I start then? The old woman working at that restaurant in Yusnan had the same ring as Lackley's, the same as his fiance's. Why?
For the most obvious reason, of course. That old woman was none other than Filiana, the person Lackley's been trying so hard to find. After she left him, she began working under a fake name.
That's surprising. The way Lackley described her, well, she's not what I expected.
He wasn't lying. She was a real beauty, once. We don't know how or why, but something happened to her. In this world where everyone stopped aging, she was the one and only person who managed to grow old over the past years. It began right around the time she and Lackley first got engaged.
But why? Why would it be possible for one person alone to escape the stasis in this world? And are you saying that's why she left Lackley and disappeared from his life?
She said the last thing she wanted to do was become a burden to him. But I know she missed him. She always wanted to know how he was doing. She loved nothing more than hearing stories about him, no matter how banal they were. Back when she could still walk, she told me how she would sometimes pass by him in the streets. She never said anything to him, and he never could have guessed that the old woman he saw was his beloved fiancée.
That's why he never found her after all this time, no matter how hard he searched.
Yes. Year after year, she aged more and more, and her body began at last to fail. She's free from that pain now. Finally.
I see. I'm glad she was able to find peace.
No!
No. Lackley!
I wouldn't have cared how old my Filiana looked. I loved her with every fiber of my being. My only wish was to spend every day with her until the end of the world. Filiana, why did you have to?
Lackley.
Lackley.
Selah, I don't want you to worry about me. Remember what you told me before, when we met? If there's still hope in this world, maybe I'll find Filiana, right?
Yeah, I remember saying that. So now I've just proven there's no hope.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying I need to find my own hope, for me. I can't wait around for any god or savior. And even if my hopes get dashed, or they never come true, at least in my heart I'll know she's watching over me from somewhere. I'm done being a fool who runs to the bottle every time something goes wrong. That's not me. I want to show Filiana, wherever she is, that I'm still the man she fell in love with, the man I used to be. That's what she would want. Could you give me that ring?
Here. Thank you. You've helped me find some hope of my own, while I was supposed to be looking for yours.
I gotta submit.
The train will leave shortly.
Who are you?
You must be Erin. Here, I have a letter for you from Reddick.
Reddick? Well, that's a name from the past. Wait, I thought he was dead. Let me see that thing. Well, that's his handwriting, all right. I'd recognize it anywhere. Here, I've kept the journal with me, just as I promised him.
I don't mean to pry, but how do you two know each other?
We used to date. Not one of my finer moments, that's for sure. Hindsight, you know. But that was lifetimes ago. He made me keep this while we were still together.
Why would he give it to you instead of keeping it? Have you read it?
The thought never even crossed my mind. And I knew anything that bastard Reddick was involved with couldn't be good. Please take it. I'm sick of carrying it everywhere. I'm just happy to wash my hands of the whole thing. It's your problem now.
All right, I get it. Thanks.
Light, you found his journal. I can't believe it.
I know, right? Weird, huh? What I don't understand is why there are so many people involved. First Reddick had it, then he gave it to his friend Orin, for safekeeping.
I wonder if it holds some sort of big secret. If secret's so dangerous, just having the journal in his possession could put him at risk. What do you think?
I think I should read the journal before I give it back.
It would be the fastest way to find out what's going on. But do you really think you should? I mean, it is private after all.
But does it really matter at this point? I mean, we're already neck deep in his affairs. It's all for his benefit anyway, right?
Okay, it's up to you. But remember, what's been read can't be unread. If you want to do this, you're on your own.
I need to know the truth. I need to know for Ranulf, for his own sake.
Day 2505. I searched every inch of Yusnan. I found no clues as to who killed my wife and child. Day 3229. I came across a merchant in the Warren who had a valuable piece of information about the case. A certain business rival wanted me out of business. Was this his doing? Did he kill my family to make some sort of sick point? Day 4762. I can't stop picturing my daughter's corpse. I can't erase the image from my head. I have nothing to live for anymore. But I can't rest until I find justice. My family deserves it. Day 15756. Revenge is imminent. Mark my words, justice will be served. Day 15757. Justice will be served. Day 15758. Justice will be served. Day 15759. Justice will be served. Day 15760. Justice will be served. Justice will be served. Justice will be served. Justice will be served.
This is... I can't believe Ranulf had to live through this kind of tragedy.
His wife and child were killed by a business rival. I can't begin to imagine how he must have felt.
The journal begins from the day after the incident and goes on for years. I mean, look at the dates.
He must have been chasing the killer for decades. It looks like he was consumed by the thought of revenge and nothing else.
But wait, there must be a mistake. Remember what Ranulf said before? He told us that he had never had a family of his own.
I don't think he was lying. I think that's what he honestly believes. I think he truly doesn't remember what happened. Look at these journal entries, the same words written over and over. He couldn't deal with reality. He must have cracked. Lost his sanity.
Yeah, and with it, all his memories.
In the end, it was the only way he could survive. Cutting himself off from the past is what's kept him going. He doesn't mourn his family, because he doesn't know they ever existed.
Here for the train?
go ahead and board the train.
Nice, looking good.
Thank you very much. I feel so lubricated once again. Though, my bearings do creak quite a bit after so long without servicing. But I suppose I am just a robot. A few creaks are only natural. I do envy you humans, who do not need regular maintenance.
Maintenance? No. But we do get hurt, and then we need rest and care if we want to get better.
Yes, but the humans these days do not age nor die, compared to a robot that will never get better if it breaks down. Yours is a life of infinite chances.
Well, now you have a chance of your own. So what about those friends of yours who need saving?
They are just this way. Follow me. I was able to successfully burrow through this stubborn wall, thanks to my new fuel. However, it needs one more strong push to break through it. Everyone, I do apologize for your long wait. You must have been quite troubled by being trapped in here for such a long time. Do not worry. You are free now to leave. There does not appear to be a response. Do you suppose they are sleeping?
Are your friends out of fuel too? If they're like you, then they'll just need their tanks filled to be up and running again.
I'm afraid they would have little use for such fuel. They are humans after all.
What did you say?
We've been trapped for some time now. There's no food or water left. It looks like this is the end for us at last. If you're reading this, I hope you'll respect the wishes of the dead. Take our remains and give us a decent burial. Oh, and one other thing. I imagine you found a robot on the other side of this wall. If it stopped working, please bury it together with us. If it's still moving though, please fix it up and find it a new home. We may look like fools for worrying about an old robot in our last moments, but Bhakti is not just a robot. He has always been our greatest ally, companion, and friend.
My goodness. Everyone looks quite different than I seem to recall. Why have you become so thin? Did the many long years spent in this dry desert air absorb the moisture from your bodies?
These people.
My friends, they do not seem to be able to start up. If they have broken down, I will need to obtain new parts and repair them.
Bhakti, you can't repair a human like that. They're just gone. When humans die, they never wake up again.
Never start up again? But we are finally reunited after so long. I rationed my fuel so carefully, all in an effort to witness the end of the world together with them, my dear friends. I had no idea that they needed constant refueling. They must have thought that I had abandoned them here.
I don't think they did. They would have known that you were doing everything you could to save them. I'm sure they were grateful for that.
I thank you. Humans are a kind species. I truly did love these human companions of mine. Farewell, my friends.
Bhakti, you were the best friend these people could have hoped for. The light of these souls. They're the proof of how grateful your friends were.
You have an hour before you will be transported to the Ark.
Hey, Sazh. Get out that coffer you have. I've got all 5 of the soul fragments for Dajh.
You serious? I searched the whole damn world or what's left of it and never found a single one of them. You found them for me, Lightning. Thank you for this. You saved my son for me.
That chocobo, it wasn't here before, was it?
Yeah, she'd up and left us in a lurch. Dajh's little Chocolina. Didn't even notice when she snuck back in.
Chocolina?
Never mind that. What about Dajh? The Coffer of Souls is right there, so drop in those soul fragments. Nice and gentle. Lumina said, once they're put in that box, they'll become one again. You do that and I'll take care of whatever comes next. Open the box, and the soul should go back to Dajh all in one piece, where it belongs. Okay. What the? What's wrong with this thing? Damn box won't open.
Hello, hello?
Why doesn't this thing work? I got Dajh's soul back, didn't I?
His soul is reborn, but his heart's shut away tight. Little Dajh is frightened and doesn't want to come out. It's your scary face.
My face? What am I supposed to do about that? It's the only one I've got. Hell with that. Hey, Dajh. Dajh, can you hear me in there? You're messing with your old man, right? Tell her, son. You're not frightened of me. Come on, Dajh. Wake up, Dajh. Dajh! Son, Dajh. Huh? Now what do you want? Quit it or I'll stick you in a cage. Stop flapping around. Leave me alone, I'm busy. Look, sit there and shut your beak, will you? Ow! Hey, that hurts! What was that for? Ouch! Hey, that seriously hurts! Blasted fluff ball! Huh? What? Cool it, will you? What's gotten into that pea brain of yours? All right.
It's the way you look.
You too? Damn, the whole world's got it in for my face.
Sazh, I'm serious. You should see yourself. You're scowling all the time, like you want to scream at someone.
Is that right? Scary face, huh? So that's what you mean. I've been wrapped up in my own anger. I didn't think about what I must look like to Dajh. I used to be different. No matter how tough the going got, could always figure out a way to smile. And let Dajh know it was okay. Yeah, it's something a father's gotta learn to do. I've been doing it all wrong, but that ends now. Dajh, remember that game we used to play? Pilots, are you ready? This space race is gonna decide who's the fastest air jockey in all the Pulse. And blast off! Whoa, Chocobo and Airship are neck and neck. Who's gonna crack first? I'm Sazh Catroy, bringing you the race of the century, together with Supersonic Dajh. Hey, Dajh, you awake? Come on, Supersonic. You're gonna miss the race. Open your eyes. Your dad's here. Whoops. Oh, hey, are you okay? Huh? Ah, you're all right. Sorry about that. Guess I got too caught up in the space race. Again. Huh? Whoa. Dajh!
Dad, that's not fair.
Hey. Hey.
You can't play Space Race all on your own. That's our game. I want to play too. Oh, Dad, you're always so clumsy.
I meant to do that.
Sazh was desperate to save his son, but that desperation nearly drove him mad. Dajh saw what was happening and got scared, so he hid his heart away. You could have all the best intentions in the world. Doesn't mean people understand you. Ironic, isn't it? Reminds me of you and Sera.
Best intentions be damned. I don't care if Sera knows what I'm trying to do. I'll save her, even if she hates me for it.
In half an hour, you'll be transported back to the Ark.
So, you're growing Tantal greens, are you? You can eat them yourself, or feed them to your favorite chocobo. Well, let me tell you, it's a fickle plant. I haven't seen many people grow them as successfully as you have. Where'd you learn all this?
From Sarala at Canopus Farms.
Oh, Sarala, you say? I couldn't be more proud of my granddaughter. She is something, isn't she? She's got quite the green thumb, thanks to good genes.
Huh. She never mentioned she had a grandfather.
Oh, did I say my granddaughter? Slip of the tongue. What I mean is, Sarala's she's the granddaughter of someone I know. Anyway, how is her father doing? That coal can be quite difficult.
Well, her father...
Say no more. If he's anything like I remember, he's gone wandering off, leaving her to tend to the fields again, all by herself. Yeah, he doesn't do much anymore. Sarala's the one who's been taking care of everything. I wonder, between my Tantal greens and her Gazal greens, which is more delicious? Now that's a question. If only I could taste both at the same time, then I'd know once and for all.
Do you want me to bring you some of Sorala's greens? Is that it?
If you'd be so kind, I'll make it worth your trouble. How about in exchange, I let you use this field?
All right. I'll be back.
You're much too kind. Thank you. Oh, you're back. What do you have there? Are those Ghazal greens from Sorala's farm? I wanted to do this for a long time. Now I can finally find out whose greens are better. Why, these are absolutely delicious.
Are they better than yours?
Yeah, there's no question about it. My Tantal greens don't even compare to her delightful and scrumptious Ghazal greens. Sorala was so small when I last saw her, and now she's all grown up. She doesn't need coal anymore.
You seem to know a lot about her and her father. You're not related, are you? Maybe an uncle or something?
It's a little more complicated than that. Nevertheless, now I can pass away without worry, knowing that she can take care of herself. That's all I wanted. Anyway, the field is yours to use as you please.
It's nearly 6. Time to iron out the distortion.